Before you can even have a sales conversation with a potential client, before that potential client can even book on your calendar, they have to know that you exist. And not only that you exist, but that you are the obvious solution to helping them achieve whatever it is they're looking to accomplish when they work with you. And so many founders skip this step, which is what I want to speak to in this video. I am the founder of Cotnow. My name is Esther, if you all are new to this channel, and I have successfully helped hundreds of clients set high-ticket client acquisition systems in their business, all powered by the same system that has continued to grow and scale my own business for the past 3 years. So in this video, I want to walk through the strategies and why perhaps you haven't seen success up until today. So the first conversation I have with all of our potential clients when we have a sales conversation is, what have you tried in the past? What are you doing to currently get conversations on your calendar? And they've dabbled in social media, they haven't really had a strategy, or they had a strategy, they thought, but they weren't consistent with it, or they had somebody else set up a funnel for them, or they went through a program and they used somebody else's program to set something in place in their business. And the most common thread in all of this and why it did not work comes down to, let's use the system example, it comes down to the fact that the system never had pre-qualifying in place. And so many clients, and if this is you, this video is going to help you, so many prospective clients and current clients that have come to work with us have had amazing funnels set in their business, but they never had a qualifying step. So they basically just left the door open to allow anyone to book on their calendar. And what happened was they had no pre-qualifying. And the pre-qualifying really is for you as the founder, not really the client or the prospective client. And the reason I say that is the calendar is the pre-qualifying to get on your calendar is so that you can make sure that they know certain things about your business so that you can make sure that they're a good fit before you show up to the call, because it works both ways. You want to protect your time and you want to protect their time. So the first thing is making sure that you are pre-qualifying those prospects. What are they making in income, if that's an applicable question to your business? What are their pain points? What have they tried in the past to reach the goal that you are currently going to help them with, right? Pre-qualifying, so important. Also, one of the things that I think is essential is having some sort of a range or the full price disclosed before they book a call with you, which really is going to filter out anyone who might really want to work with you but just can't afford it, especially if you don't offer any type of financing option, right? So the first step to all of this converting and to getting more conversations is that, right? And I'm going backwards here. So first I'm going to go in the opposite order. So to book a call, they should be pre-qualified. Okay, but now to be pre-qualified, you should have brought them somewhere, whether that's sending them to a video, whether that's a lead magnet, that's like a PDF, whether that's a webinar, whether it's a challenge, it doesn't matter, but they should have gone somewhere in your world to engage a little bit with you and your business and your offer. And the reason that's essential is when you're selling a $5,000 or $50,000 offer, they need to know, like, and trust you, and they're not going to be able to achieve that if you're going straight from an ad or a social media strategy into a booked call, right? You need something that's in the middle so that they are learning more about you, learning more about your offer, and self-selecting into that offer. So important for sales, okay? So now the next thing is, again, we're going backwards. They've been pre-qualified, they've watched a video, but how do we get them to that video? And this is where I see a lot of founders really struggle. So when you are sending somebody somewhere, you have a lot of options, but you have, and I'm gonna not go through all of them, but I'm gonna go through the basics. You have Instagram, direct messaging. You can have yourself or your virtual assistant in there messaging people on Instagram. Not my favorite strategy, but it is an option. You can have a really intense social media strategy where you're consistently showing up and you're posting. Now, there is a caveat to that. What you're posting about needs to be interesting, curiosity driven, make sure that people are saying, oh, this sounds really interesting. If you don't have that and you're just posting for the sake of posting, probably why you didn't get results. You can do automation on LinkedIn. Not automation, I actually don't recommend that, but direct messaging on LinkedIn, where you're sending them a message like you were doing on Instagram, right? So there's so many ways you can get in front of people. You can have a YouTube channel, you can have LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. However, where I see most founders really struggle with that is consistency, showing up. They want something that's easy. Most of them are, most founders that are selling a high ticket offer are already authority, they're leaders in their niche and their industry. And so for them, they just don't have the time to do a social media strategy. So what I recommend for all clients, and while we are not an ads agency, we do use ads to generate clients for our clients and for myself. So I highly recommend having an ad strategy, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on ads to get this to convert if you have all of the other pieces actually working together properly. So I highly recommend working with our agency or finding an agency that you enjoy and having an ad that's raising awareness, building authority, building credibility, showing people that you exist. Because while having an organic strategy is amazing, and that is a really good long-term strategy, I do not say not to do that. But if you are wanting to get to those higher income months or to sell your offer quicker, then ads can really bring that into your world more quickly while you're building up your organic on the back end. So when I first set ads in my business a couple of years ago, I was able to go from 0 clients to $30,000, $40,000 months in just the first 5 months. And I did it with ads, right? So the power of advertising is so important to me, and by extension, why I always talk about it in videos, because the ads are going to bring those clients to you 24/7. The algorithm is going to be able to, the longer the ad runs, it's going to be able to pinpoint where your ideal client is inside of this big pool of people that you've given it, and it's going to get better and better and better, so that when they click that ad, whatever platform you're using, they're clicking and they're going to a video or a lead magnet or a video sales letter or a webinar, wherever you're sending them. But now that algorithm, wherever you're advertising, has gotten so predictable in bringing those clients to you that you now have a consistent lead acquisition strategy in place. And the reason that this is so important, one, consistency. We want people knowing that we're there. We want consistency. We want people coming in. But the other reason it's so important is this: when you're first setting a strategy in place in your business to take sales calls, especially if it's you taking the call and you are not familiar with that, you need that repetition. You need conversations one-on-one to understand exactly what your ideal client is looking for, to understand who is not your ideal client, to get more yeses than nos, to really refine how you're selling your offer, which is then going to trickle into all the social media strategies that you have in place. So it is a absolutely beneficial strategy to have in your business. But when you have ads running for you, they're going to bring your clients to you. The video, the lead magnet, the webinar, the video sales letter are going to nurture and warm that prospect up. Pre-qualifying is going to make sure that if anyone gets on a call with you, that they're qualified. And then the next step is you having the opportunity to get better and better and better at your sales calls so that you get more yeses than nos. And then that's when you can scale, because now you can increase ad spend. You have a steady pipeline. You aren't stressed if one person says no and you really needed that sale, because you know you have more and more and more clients behind it. And that's the secret to scaling successfully, and that's the secret to reaching high income months.